Hello, we are Cruse and Associates. This is our proposal for the development of the South Campus town at the University of Illinois in Urbana, Champaign. Cruse and Associates formed as a collaboration between 6 highly proficient young and charismatic professionals in the field of architecture and civil engineering. Leading builder in diverse and numerous market segments, we've earned recognition for undertaking large, complex projects, fostering innovation, embracing emerging technologies, and making a difference in their clients, employees, and communities. Our turnover in 2015 was roughly $2 billion, and we were also named the top 50 emerging construction firms in the United States.
Hello, my name is Brian Cruse. I currently hold a PhD in architecture, and I have designed many iconic structures throughout the United States. I've also accommodated green building practices seamlessly into most designs, thus making greener and better structure every time. My colleague Ankit is an expert in project management and prefabrication process. Under him, the company has applied its prefabrication expertise in many projects, which has led to a faster and safer completion of the project with cost reduction, and thus helping the clients to make more out of their investment. Our colleagues Ayush and Sankit play a vital role in the company's planning and decision-making process as they head the planning and scheduling division of our firm. Lastly, our colleague Kostas and Daniel Johnson, with their expertise in procurement, site planning, site logistics, and transportation, lead the company in various projects throughout the United States, making site work better, faster, safer, and more efficient. For the project, development is of the South Campus town of the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. The land that is provided is roughly 491 acres. Key objectives we aim to look at are the golf course, the Alumni Center for Lifelong Learning, extended stay accommodations, roughly 100 units, graduate student housing, roughly 240 units, undergraduate housing, the capacity of 800 students, a daycare facility, a commercial strip, as well as recreational space throughout. This is our proposed master plan for the South Campus. As you can see, District A includes extended stay accommodations as well as a lake. District B includes our commercial strip with large retail stores such as an IKEA and a Costco. District C is our main commercial strip. And then District D is our graduate and undergraduate housing with a golf course that encompasses the north portion of our site.
Ankit Singh and I head the project management department. We believe that our actions affect the project economics, schedule, safety and environment, and thus we use prefabrication wherever possible. Prefabrication is greener, faster, smarter and safer. We have several repeating units in almost all buildings in this project, and thus prefabrication will be very advantageous. We will be using on-site fabrication yard, which will not only help in saving the transportation cost, but also as we will be not subcontracting it, it will also lead to more savings. Now I'll briefly explain the strategy for prefabrication. We'll be prefabricating the doors and windows because they are the major repeating units, and it will be done as per drawings and specifications in our prefabrication yard. We'll be using room kits in the kitchens and bedrooms because it will contain a lot of repeating units. These units will be fabricated in the prefabrication yard and transported to the site in small and manageable pieces or as complete units, whichever feasible. Many of the buildings will have identical layout and units, and thus we'll be using pre-cut ready-to-fit sections to increase the efficiency of on-site construction. Using these prefabrication strategy will lead in reduction in construction waste and saving in cost and time, and thus help us in getting LEED points and help us in achieving a LEED certified rating for our project. Sustainability is always at the core of design and construction principles at Cruse and Associates. Low cost, high impact solutions will be incorporated in a project which will give us sustainability without compromising the project economics. Now I'll describe some of the green and sustainable initiatives we'll be incorporating in this project. First of all is sustainable transportation and bike lanes. MTD bus stops and bike lanes will be incorporated throughout the area to promote green transportation. Installing low flow plumbing fixtures. It will help conserve water and save energy. Smart power strips and sockets and the use of programmable thermostats will eliminate the vampire power drawdown and save energy and money. From our experiences in previous projects, we understand that holding the housing residents responsible for electricity and water bills leads to efficient utilization of electricity and water, and thus reduce the energy consumption. Employing such sustainable practices will earn us a minimum of 26 points in the LEED point system and make this project LEED certified. Our project will be completed in 3 phases. In first phase, we will be concentrating on undergraduate housing and the development of shops and restaurants around it. This will provide the opportunity for the students to eat and shop near the place where they live and a ready market for the businesses. The second phase would concentrate on graduate housing and the remaining commercial strip. This will aid in renting both commercial outlets and graduate and undergraduate housing fast. The third phase would concentrate on alumni center, extended stay accommodations, daycare and golf course. Golf course will be leased for 20 years to Isleworth Golf and Country Club. It will be designed, built and operated by them, and a revenue of $2 million per year would be paid.
Hi, I'm Sanket and I'll be talking about the major construction activities throughout the project. So now this is undergraduate housing. This is situated on the far southeast corner of the development, north of Windsor Street and east of the graduate housing. Here we plan to provide excellent dining hall along with the dormitories. We'll have 100 units of triple sharing rooms and 250 units of double sharing rooms. So now you can see a typical plan of a 2-bedroom. On the right you can find a 3D model of the double bedroom. Down you can see a 3-bedroom dorm. This is a model which we modeled. So now about graduate housing. We have divided our graduate housing into 2 parts. One are apartments and one are dormitories. So in apartments we have 150 apartments, in which we have 75 1 BHK apartments and 75 2 BHK apartments. The size have been chosen in such a way that they are not too expensive, neither are they not too uncomfortable. We have 90 units of 1-bedroom dormitories. That will be a 6-story building and will have 18 rooms per floor, and the rent will be around 500 per month per bed. So now this you can see a typical 1-bedroom dormitory, a 1-bed apartment and a 2-bed apartment. There are dimensions of each apartment and each type of room. And now this is how the building will actually look after it's built. So now we discussed about the undergraduate and graduate housing. Now here are some amenities which we'll provide. So like in all dormitories, we have furnished rooms, we have a common hall with television and some recreation area, we have 24-hour open computer labs, we have a gym and a fitness center, a small movie theater, high-speed internet, Now for the revenue, we have considered occupancy factor of around 80%. The rent escalation would be around 2% a year, and as a green initiative, the housing residents will be responsible for the electricity and water bills. We plan to build around 100 units for extended stay. These units will be built for alumni and those people who would like to visit the campus and stay on the campus for some time. Out of these 100 units, we have 61 BHK apartments and 42 BHK apartments. The occupancy factor we've considered is 0.5 for the revenue purposes. The highlight of these extended stay accommodations is its proximity to the golf course and the lake, and we have a lush green landscaping, and it's really scenic. So now these are the floor plans. You will find typical floor plans for a 2-bed apartment and a 1-bed apartment, and this is how the model will look like, the building will look like after it's been built. On the right you can find a clubhouse. Now this is the view from the inside of a clubhouse. Keeping in mind the kind of guests we'll receive, we have provided the following premium amenities. So firstly, we have private balconies with patios. These are provided specifically to enjoy the beautiful views we have around the apartments. Then we have plenty of parking space. We have an indoor pool, a fitness center, sports and recreational area. We have a 24-hour on-site management for the convenience of the guest. We have hot tubs and tanning beds. We have high-speed internet and all other general facilities as well.
Now I'm going to give a brief description of the Alumni Lifelong Learning Center. It offers a wide variety of accommodations for all kinds of conference and special events. It is located at the junction of South 4th Street and Hazelwood Drive, and there is adequate parking space for each guest. It's a 3-floor building with 66,000 square feet, and the view is amazing. At the east, there is the golf course, and on south, there is the lake with the recreation area. There are a lot of conference rooms, classes, cafeteria, and a lounge bar.
Hi, I am Ayush Abaijan. I will talk about scheduling of our project. So on this bar chart, activities are listed. The activities with red will be on critical path. For instance, the building like undergraduate building, graduate building, and extended stay accommodation will be on critical path. Those buildings will be given higher priority. The construction activity will take around 5 years and 6 months. We had planned to start the construction on March 2016 and finish it by September 2021. We have arranged the activities such that no new construction will start in winter. In winter, the crew will work on interior work like MEP and envelope. The pavement duration is about 6 months. As soon as the pavement will finish, our crew can start the construction work of parking facilities. The parking facilities will construct parallel to the buildings in that area. The construction of undergraduate housing is planned to start on 5th of May 2016, as it will finish in the first phase of the project. It will take around 20 months to complete. Also, it will start after construction of approach road, which will take around 35 days. So the commercial strip will take 2 phases to complete. It will take around 24 months for completion. It is planned to start on 28th of April 2016. It is scheduled such that the idle time of resources will be minimum. So, for instance, the mobilization and excavation crew, after excavating from shop 1, it will go to the second site, and the foundation and backfill will work on the first on the first site. There are two parts in graduate housing: individual housing and residence hall. So graduate house will plan to start on 1st of March 2018. It will be constructed in our second phase. So it will take around 502 working days to complete, that is 23 months. So it will complete on 31st of Jan 2020. After the finishing of graduate housing, our second phase will complete and third phase will start.
Hello, my name is Constantinos Kalamaras and I'm the senior manager of the company, and I'm going to talk about the rest of the scheduling. The construction of the daycare facility is going to start on the 2nd of March 2020 and is going to finish on the 31st of August, approximately 6 months. Next, the Alumni Center is going to start on the same day with daycare facility and is going to last for 9 months. The last building of our project is going to be the extended stay accommodation and is going to last about 19 months. The start date is 27th of April 2020 until 23rd of November 2021. The main 7 activities are listed below in the table, and which are the same for all of our building. The first one is mobilization, excavation, foundation, superstructure, exterior cladding, envelope, plumbing, electrical, mechanical, and finishes.
Hello, I'm Dan Johnson. I handle the cost estimation for this project. And to do the cost estimation, we broke it into 5 distinct categories, which were the building cost, the road costs, sidewalk costs, utility costs, and parking lot costs, with an independently estimated golf course. For the building cost estimation, we primarily used the RS Means 2015 edition. To accurately estimate this large amount of buildings, we used the square footage estimation with a square foot project size modifier to account for bigger buildings costing a little bit less. Through this process, we had to classify each building to its correct type, use the median values from the RS Means for the square footage, and we only used the total project cost in our estimations. Shown here is a basic cost estimation for one of the buildings in our construction area. As you can see, many factors were used, but only 3 were applied to get the cost estimation for this building. Our total building cost estimate was $336,328,360.59. The next part of our estimation were for road estimations. The roads were based off of the City of Champaign's construction standards, the Manual of Practice, Chapter 10, Section 10.02, and the IDOT standards of Pavement Design, Chapter 54. We used a flexible pavement of full depth HMA and assumed traffic values and found the thickness to be around 10 inches. Further investigation into the proposed roads showed that our road breakdown included 2 lanes on every road as well as 2 bike lanes for more green travel. The unit costs for materials were obtained through the City of LaSalle and are displayed on the page in front of you, and the city cost index for LaSalle and Champaign were used to get the transfer function. Champaign total road cost estimation was $8,089,919. The next phase was the sidewalk cost estimation, and this was based off of the Champaign construction standards and the Manual of Practice in Chapter 11, Section 11.02. The regulations were that it had to be 5 feet wide, 6 inches thick, with no base layer. Again, city costs of LaSalle were used. We estimated 32,431 feet of sidewalk were needed, and we used an average width of 15 feet. Using the city cost indexes and the transfers functions, we found that the total cost was $4,752,832 for the sidewalks. Next were the utility cost estimations. These estimations were based solely on assumptions we made for each utility as well as cost indexes used in the City of LaSalle from past experiences. Shown were the unit costs we found in our experiences in the City of LaSalle and the city factors we used to transfer into Champaign costs. The total utility costs for this area were found to be $6,222,644 roughly. Final estimation we performed were parking lot cost estimations. Again, they're based off the City of Champaign's construction standards found in the Municipal Code in Section 37.349. we found that a 3-inch HMA layer over 4 inches of compacted aggregate were used, and cost indexes from the City of LaSalle were again applied. The total cost for the parking lots using these values was $4,271,316. Shown here are the detailed cost estimate breakdowns for each of the 5 categories that I've previously talked about. They are included in our proposal, and also attached is the project cost division, which divides all of the costs that we've had into percentages, showing you exactly what you're paying for when we build for you.
Here we have the revenue projections. We'll be earning close to $950 million. This is the project cash flow diagram in which the operation and maintenance cost is considered for doing the break-even analysis. We will be reaching a break-even point in the fiscal year 2029-2030. We will earn a total revenue of $529 million after taxes. We'll be sharing 25% of this revenue with the university, which accounts for $133 million. The project cost is close to $354 million, and thus the university will have a gross revenue of $486 million at the end of 20 years.